Good morning. This is Jake from Jake Sports Take. How is everybody doing today? Um, on Jake Sports Takes, it'll be the NFL playoffs. Brackets have been officially set. I will give you my predictions and also name this review the schedule. Also, there it is so-called Black Monday for some NFL coaches. There have been some coaching firings already. Um, I will get down to that in a little bit. I will also give you my college football college football playoff semifinal predictions. Um, so let's start off with the NFL playoff matchups. Last night in Game 272, as they called it, it was a thriller with the Steelers and Ravens. The Ravens missed a 44-yard field goal to end up losing, which put Pittsburgh against the Texans. And that finished out the playoff bracket. Three teams clinched division championships yesterday. Unfortunately, the Texans couldn't clinch the division. Jacksonville, congratulations to them and Liam Cohen. Very good job this year. Got to give as much as I don't like Jacksonville, I got to give credit to where the credit's due. The Carolina Panthers via Atlanta's win against New Orleans in a three-way tiebreaker. Considering Carolina lost on Saturday, they ended up being into a tiebreaker with Tampa Bay, but they got the win, and Atlanta won, and it put Carolina in the playoffs, even at 8-9. I'll get into that opinion in a little bit too. Seattle won on Saturday night in an ugly game. But Carolina is the NFC South champions. Congratulations to them, Dave Canellis. We got the first matchup, the NFC bracket, the 1 seed who gets the first round bye, the Seattle Seahawks, winner of the NFC North. The Chicago Bears are the number 2 seed. The Seahawks are the NFC West champions. The NFC North champions and the number 2 seed are the Chicago Bears. The number 3 seed, the NFC East champion, Philadelphia Eagles, and as I mentioned, the number 4 seed, the 8-9 Carolina Panthers in the NFC South. Dave Canellis, good job to them. Not pretty, but a win's a win. At 5, the Los Angeles Rams, who will take on the Carolina Panthers. The number 6 seed is the San Francisco 49ers. Losing an ugly game, but we will see what happens coming into that matchup. And finally, the number 7 seed, which was already determined last week, the Green Bay Packers will face the number 2 seed, the Chicago Bears, in a matchup. So, breaking down the AFC bracket, the Denver Broncos, the AFC West champions. Everybody thought it was going to be Kansas City, are the number 1 seed and get the first round bye. Good job to them. Had a great year. Jacksonville is a tough team who they lost to the week before, but great job to them. The number 2 seed will be the New England Patriots. Mike Vrabel, another first-year head coach. Great job to them. Drake May, in my opinion, the MVP. Great job. The number 3 seed, as I got to give credit to where credit's due. The Jacksonville Jaguars will be the number 3 seed. I don't know how last night. That fourth quarter was crazy when I got home from work. I mean, great job. Got to give credit where credit's due. Pittsburgh, Mike Tomlin may have saved his job. They in at the number 5 seed, my Houston Texans. Great, ugly, not a pretty win, but they also sat their starters in the second half. Tommy Toge actually got a touchdown, but they were when C.J. Stroud got his rushing touchdown, he was supposed to hand the ball to Toge. But Toge got his touchdown after the clock had expired, but all they had to do was tackle him. The game was over. But he decided to make it show off and get a touchdown himself. And then at the number 6 seed is the Buffalo Bills. Probably a lot of people expected them were a co-favorite to be in the Super Bowl, but they got the number 6 seed on a wild card, and the number 7 seed will be playing New England, and it'll be the Los Angeles Chargers. So let's break down. Let's go to the matchups. The first matchup will be on Fox at, I believe, 3:30 on Saturday. It'll be the Los Angeles Rams against the Carolina Panthers in Charlotte. I'm taking the Rams, and I just don't think the Panthers can beat the Rams. I think the Rams are a great team. The way the standings are, I mean, they're a better team overall. On Saturday night at 7 o'clock on Amazon Prime, it'll be the rivalry, one of the oldest and best rivalries. The Green Bay Packers will travel to Soldier Field and take on the Chicago Bears. I am going to take Green Bay. I just am worried about the inexperience of Caleb Williams. Ben Johnson's done a great job, but I got to take Green Bay. On Sunday, we will have the first matchup will be at noon. It'll be the game I'm surprised that is not on actually on Monday to finish out Super Wildcard Weekend. Jacksonville and Buffalo. This is not out of hate. This is out of who I think is honestly a good team, and their standings are their playoff seeding is misleading. I'm taking Buffalo. Josh Allen's going to get his revenge in the playoffs. I potentially get a revenge in the playoffs. At the even though they're the number 6 seed, they're standing, and I'll get to that standings opinion in a minute. On Sunday night, the upstart young gun New England Patriots against the Los Angeles Chargers. Justin Herbert's rested. They sat him yesterday against Denver, but I'm gonna take New England. I think they're just really tough. And then Monday night to finish out Super Wildcard Weekend, my Houston Texans against the AFC North champion Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm going Houston. I think somehow their offense is gonna spark in the playoffs. Somehow, some way. They are going to. I believe they're gonna win. So I want to give an opinion about the playoff standing. The way they have the brackets filled out. They have an 8-9 division champion in Carolina. They have a 10-7 team as a division champion over teams who are 12-5, 11-6, teams like that. They need to get rid of that. They need to give the highest ranked team the home game. Even if you're a division champion, you get the higher seed gets the home game. But do keep the number one seed on a bye. I agree with that part, but the higher, the better team rank standings or wins wise should be the home team. But we will see what happens. We are about a month or so away from Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara. So it is also Black Monday, as they call it in the NFL, the week after the regular season finishes up. So far, there have been 2 head coaching changes or firings. Last night, Raheem Morris, the coach of the Falcons, even though the Falcons have been steaming hot, they got eliminated a couple weeks ago. They fired their head coach, Raheem Morris, and their GM last night. And earlier, just about half an hour ago, the Cleveland Browns have fired Kevin Stefanski after a 5-win season. I also want to shout out Myles Garrett, new sack record king for a regular season. He got his last sack with about 5 minutes to go. It basically on Joe Burrow. It basically looked like what Strahan did to beat that sack record. Is Burrow sat on his butt, basically went into the fetal position. I mean, I understand you. I know you don't want to take sacks, but some of them are just sitting down and getting, random sacks because they feel bad or something like that. But congratulations to Myles Garrett. I know a lot of people were tweeting about that. I saw LeBron James and a couple other people tweet about that. Now, we are going to get into the college football playoff semifinal matchups starting on Thursday night. It'll be Ole Miss, the Ole Miss Rebels, coming off a crazy win against the Georgia Bulldogs. And it'll be them and the Miami Hurricanes. I am going to take... Ole Miss had a little bit of trouble stopping Georgia, but I am going to take and Chambliss for Ole Miss, the quarterback. They've got a lot of momentum, even without their head coach, Ole Miss. And Miami has just been very inconsistent on offense. Their defense has been stout, no doubt about it. But offensively, they've kind of struggled. I'm tempted to say I'm kind of torn, but I'm going to take the Ole Miss Rebels to go to the national championship game, even without an actual head coach. I'm gonna take Ole Miss, and the rematch potentially of historic proportions, at least of that I can see, the number one Indiana Hoosiers, the Cinderella story against the Oregon Ducks. I'm really torn because that could be a battle of who is the number one pick to the Las Vegas Raiders. Fernando Mendoza, the Heisman Trophy winner, the Davey O'Brien Award winner for quarterbacks. I'm torn. That was on my first podcast that I ever did. I'm really torn. I'm gonna take the Indiana Hoosiers in a close. This one's gonna be closer than it was, but that was close. That first game was very close, but the turnover that Oregon had. I'm gonna take the Indiana Hoosiers. So it'll be the Ole Miss Rebels and the Indiana Hoosiers in the college football playoff finals. That is my opinion. Anyway, if anybody has any comments, you can follow me, subscribe, to at Jake Ferris on YouTube, and also follow me or give me some comments on also on my Instagram at Duke Nats Texans Fan 11 on Instagram. Um, I'm hoping you guys, everybody has a good day. Also, I want you guys to have a great day, have a great week. We will get back to some predictions uh, for the playoff next week. Um, everybody have a great day, have a great week, and peace out, my nerds.